And I think something that we've learned is that we are so much more than just cookie sellers. We are so much more than what the stereotypical Girl Scout is. Because often when people think of Girl Scouts, they don't know about the incredible things that each and every one of you watching have accomplished. Whether that be your bronze, silver, gold award, maybe you've earned a phenomenal badge, keep going because it's worth it. We're here for you, we stand by you, and as the G team, we continue to applaud you.
What's good, girl gang? I'm Amanda.
I'm Isa.
I'm Isabel.
I'm Bella.
I'm Genesis.
And I'm Ella, and these are the girls behind G Team TV.
Welcome to the season finale of G Team TV. We've got a very special episode for you today. We're going to be looking back at some of the greatest moments from the season and looking ahead to the future of Girl Scouts.
And to get started, we've got a final icebreaker. Girls, if you could sum up this season of G Team TV in one word, what would it be?
So I can't really choose between two words, but it's been great not only being with you all through G Team, but also through G Team TV. And so I would say inspiring and motivational.
Mine would be eye-opening.
Mine will be inspiring too.
Mine would be groundbreaking.
That's so good, Mary Laura. I love that.
Awesome. Let's keep the questions going. And I want to know from our reporters and segment leads, what was the interviewer segment that taught you the most?
So for me, I was the segment lead for the Power of Girl Scout alum, and I interviewed Girl Scout alum Britt Morin. And as an aspiring entrepreneur myself, I have a passion for entrepreneurship and encouraging young girls to really break that glass ceiling. And so Britt really opened my eyes to the world of possibilities.
So I was a reporter, and so I got to interview Maddie Graham, and this girl is a powerhouse. She has done so much, and just hearing her talk about organizing the national level March on Washington for climate activism was just awe-inspiring, and hearing about how she wanted to give up in these really dark times and how she pushed through, and it just inspired me to be like, whoa, I need to get out in my community and I need to make a difference just like her.
I totally agree with you, Erin. So the interview that taught me the most was Megan Lowe, as I was the segment lead for the Gold Award segment. And Megan Lowe is just such a cool person all around. The impact that she's made on girls' lives and helping them step up in a man's world and helping it make a woman's world is just amazing. And she showed me that anyone can make a difference and make the world a better place, which is just absolutely amazing to me. And I really want to go places like she has.
Well, I definitely agree that all of these segments were really amazing. And I was lucky enough to be one of the hosts, and I also got to design some aspects of the show. So I got to see all of these episodes and some of these interviews before I even recorded my segments. So I definitely don't really have a favorite because I really enjoyed all of them. But I especially enjoyed Alexis Jones, who talked about her experience on Survivor. And we got a lot of advice from our guests as well. And here are a few of the lessons they shared with us.
Do you have any advice that you would give to girls that are watching right now?
If you believe it, you can be it. I just really believe in the power of internally, if you tell your mind and you tell yourself that you can do something, you're going to figure out how to do it.
There's a Helen Keller quote that I like to end my speeches with, and it says, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much."
Surround yourself with people that really uplift you and support you, really make strong friend groups. Don't try to blend in or fit in or, dim your light. Looking back later as you get older, maybe you fit in with the kind of the cool kid, so to speak, but you kind of regret it because you didn't get to live as your full self, or you didn't get to start that idea that people might thought was weird, or they didn't really understand why you were so passionate about this thing. So many people are looking for more authentic people. When you do everything honestly, people see that and people really admire that.
You know what I'm saying? If I could talk to my younger self, I think what I would tell her is that she's more than enough. I think that so much of this confidence and this self-talk, I would ask her to love herself more, because it's when we do that, when we come from a loving place, because we can't give something we don't have, right? And all the ways in which we want to serve in the world, all the things that we want to make a difference in. I think the greatest, most rebellious revolution that we can ever do is having the audacity to love ourselves first.
So there's this quote from Audre Lorde, who is a Black feminist activist, where she says, our feelings are our most genuine path to knowledge. And so my biggest piece of advice would be to listen to your intuition, because that will tell you where you should put your energy.
Don't be afraid to follow your dreams and to take action. It may be daunting to take the first step, and there will most definitely be pitfalls along the way. But you need to remember to get up after you fall. The most important elements in driving change is having motivation and perseverance. No matter what age you are, no matter where you are from, you can make the world a better place.
We learned so much from these amazing girls and women, but now I want to know what your advice would be for other Girl Scouts now that you've been involved in GTeam TV, and what did you learn working on this amazing project?
I learned some amazing new skills working on GTeam TV, such as learning how to work with a team through a virtual platform, which is super useful now in 2020, because that's what we're going to be doing for quite a while now.
Yeah, and we've been doing things virtually since 2018, so we got like a head start on the G team.
We were Zooming before it was
Zoom.
cool. The original Zoom.
Yeah, we're the original.
I learned about how many opportunities there really are for older girls and how many opportunities will continue to come throughout the years.
That is so true. And something that some people might not know is what the G Team was originally. So we're comprised of 25 girls from around the world who were chosen about 2 years ago to plan the 2020 National Convention, which was unfortunately canceled due to COVID-19. But now the G Team has really become a national thought partner as GSUSA continues to expand our organization, especially with older girls. And so we've been a part of not only Girl Scouts TV, but also part of the Girl Scouts Research Institute, where we've conducted mental health focus groups, and we've also been a part of a national service project. So the G Team has really expanded its platform, especially during coronavirus.
What I learned was that if things don't go as expected, there's always another way to get to the finish line. Months ago, we were planning a convention, and now we are running a show, and that's fabulous. Our goal was to inspire one another and empower ourselves to change the world, and that's what we are doing now. We took a different path than expected, but we achieved our goal.
That's amazing. And I don't think I've just learned from GTeam TV. I've learned from all of you guys just how to be more ambitious and how to go after goals. And I hope that through the show and just through bringing in different incredible speakers and highlighting different projects, our viewers feel, the same motivation to take risks and to take advantage of opportunities. So GTeam TV could not have been a reality without our amazing girl producer and editor, Miranda. And so Erin, who is on the call right now, actually interviewed her. And so take it away, Erin and Miranda.
Thanks, Ella. Hey, everyone. Erin here. And I have arguably one of the most important guests that we have ever had on our show, our girl producer and editor, Miranda. Thank you so much for stepping in front of the camera today. I know that this is not where you usually are for our show.
Right. Yeah, I am normally very much behind the scenes for this, so it's different, but it's fun to get to do this.
All right. Yeah. So thank you for joining us. First, I was wondering if you could just describe to our viewers what an editor and a producer is.
Sure. So yeah, with the more of the production side of this, a lot of what I do, especially initially when we were planning the show, was building a schedule, which is honestly a lot harder than it sounds because there's so many of us and we all have our own commitments and our own individual schedules. So trying to work something out that we can put a show out every single week, it is a big task, and the schedule was pretty much a work in progress the whole time, but it's gotten us through. So also just keeping everyone updated with when we need to have things done and submitted in order for this to all happen every Thursday. So that was a big piece. Another thing with production was kind of content planning. So something that I don't think a lot of people know is we started this end of May, I believe, which is very crazy that we had so much content planning and so many things that we wanted to do. And so it has been really cool to see how we've been able to work it into episodes and fit it into everyone's schedule. So that was more or less like production, what we've been doing. And then on the editing side, a lot of what I do is every week I get the different clips of what every little team has filmed. So I get all of that in a folder. I download it to my computer. I piece it together, make sure that everyone's volume is more or less the same, adding in text and transitions. And it's a lot of fun. It's definitely gotten down to like where it's more efficient than it had been at one time.
Yeah, you've got it down to a science. I bet those first few episodes are probably a little long.
Challenging, yeah.
Yeah. So when learning about the initial G Team TV idea, what drew you to the producer role? Which I might add, you are incredibly good at, and you have the skill for.
Thank you. Yeah, so again, we started this a really long time ago. And initially, you know, we have a pretty good sized team, I would say. And so we were talking about what does everyone want to do? At the beginning, there was kind of that survey. I don't know if you remember that. It was, what are you good at? What are your strengths? What do you want to learn? And so I listed some of my strengths as like organization, and I'm good at time management, and I love planning. So that's kind of how this fit into it. Emily reached out to me, who's one of our adult staff, and she was like, hey, do you want to help us produce this? And I was like, of course. It's so cool to get to say that you've done this as a teenager, you know, especially for something so big like with GSUSA. It was really cool to get that opportunity. And then it's also been fun to learn something new with editing. So kind of the best of both worlds there.
Yeah, you got a whole new repertoire of skills that you could just use now for anything.
I know, it's been so cool. I'm sure you do too.
Oh yeah, I've definitely gotten really good at asking questions and knowing which ones to ask. So, yeah, so what was the biggest lesson that you learned throughout this whole process?
I think that something I've learned, again, because I really do love to have things planned and to, you know, stick to our schedule, all of that, is that it's really important to be able to be flexible. Because again, it's such a big team of girls, and we all, you know, might have a conflict every so often. And so learning how to be able to be flexible with that and work around it, but still making sure that we get things done on time. I am very flexible with when I edit, which is something, again, that's funny because we have our schedule. But for me, it kind of varies. It's either the weekend or Monday or Tuesday, but just getting it done on time.
Yeah, it gets done by the deadline. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I know. The hard deadlines.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so our last question is, what has been your favorite part about working on G Team TV?
I think the coolest thing has been how girl-led that this project is. And it's kind of been my favorite thing to see too, because from the beginning, literally everything, like it was, what is our vision? It was like the logo that we put in the corner. It was, what do we want that to look like? One of our girls designed that. She's so awesome. Literally everything, whenever you guys contact the people that you're going to interview. So it's just been really cool to see how it's all come together and how we've been able to work together to get this done. And it makes me very hopeful that, like, if we can do this and put on, you know, a 10 episode TV show, which I didn't think we would be doing, that we can do a lot of really cool things. It definitely makes me think that a lot is possible. for girls and for girls to be able to do. And of course, we also could not have done it without our adults, but it was very much girl-led.
Oh yes, our adults kept us on track, and we weren't just talking about like TV shows and TikToks during our meetings. Like we actually
They
got
would have been
stuff
much
done.
longer if that had, if we didn't have them there, of course. Yeah. It's been really cool, and a lot of things that I didn't really consider initially about a TV show. Like at the beginning, one of our big hurdles, I think, was we were delayed about 3 weeks, and that was a legal thing, which I had not even considered, that the name G Team TV, that we were going to have to get like paperwork and have a legal team working to get that name to be ours. And so it's been so interesting to kind of see all of the pieces that have gone into making this possible.
Yeah, people don't realize how much, like how long it just took for us to actually like get it done and like get it on air.
Right, like to get episode 1, I think now that we've been doing it and we have our system and our schedule works for us, you know, it's gotten easier. But getting episode 1 off the ground, that was like a big thing. That was a big deal. Because again, like so many moving parts, it's a big team of girls, and for it to be something that's girl-led is really cool.
Well, thank you so much, Miranda. I am so glad that our viewers finally got to meet you, like officially.
I know.
And
yeah, it was exciting.
It is very exciting. So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll head back to the show.
Well, that was a really interesting interview, and I think it's such a great perspective to see that there's so much behind the scenes to this show that we were all involved in, and Miranda did an amazing job producing this. So thank you, Erin, for doing that interview.
Yeah, it was super fun. Even I didn't know all of the amazing stuff that Miranda has been doing behind the scenes. That girl is incredible, and she deserves so much credit. So now, can I ask you hosts a question?
Sure.
All right, so what was an aha moment for you guys on this show?
Okay, I have one. So when Isabel, Allery, and I were filming episode 3, or not really filming, but kind of writing it and working through all the material, we were kind of feeling slightly unmotivated. We actually had to film episode 1 twice, so we were just super exhausted and super strained, and I think it was a weekday too, so it was a mess. But you know, going through all of like the videos and the clips for that entire episode, I mean, that was all about finding your rhythm with self-care. So it was just like a ton of advice, firstly, to like help us get our mojo back. And then I think I had the idea of doing like face masks and robes, and then either Isabel or Allery, who are both smarter than me, were like, let's do lip scrubs. That's a little less messy. But we made it so fun. And that was like the aha moment, was if we have some kind of fun little game behind the scenes, it just made filming not tiring. And we ended up filming so much, you know, on weeknights and things like that, that doing cute things like that, like having stuffed animals in our animal conservation episode, or I mean, making lip masks, just made the entire process incredible.
I know that as a viewer watching you guys do all those fun things, it just engaged me even more. So I think that that is so awesome that you guys figured that out so early in the process to really make it last throughout our entire season. So Isabel, I'm ready to hear your aha moment.
Yes. Okay, so my aha moment was when we all watched together the first episode when it finally came out. I mean, and we all made the watch party, and all my friends were watching it. Everyone was commenting on Instagram. We had amazing feedback, and I realized like, oh my God, like we did it. We just made a TV show that like so many girls are going to be watching, hopefully get inspired by it. And well, it all became real. So like, I couldn't believe it. And I was happy, I was excited. And well, it has been like one of the best experiences ever.
Yeah, that moment where we all like watched our like sweat and tears and blood all come together for that initial episode was really, really awesome. All right, and Bella, how about you?
I have to say my aha moment was the first time I hosted. I was with Ella and Issa, and I was actually at a baby shower. So I just like found a little back room and I just plopped myself down and we got started. And we did the Superwoman pose, and relaxed and had fun. And until that point, I'd been an interviewer, so I didn't really understand how fun it could be to just host and interact with the other girls and kind of go off the script a little bit and just have fun with it. It was really cool.
It's awesome that you made that transition from interviewer to host and that you were able to find that spare room during a baby shower, no less. Bella over here, like, putting G-Team first. Way to go. So thank you guys so much for telling all of us your amazing aha moments. Thank you.
By the way, right after Bella filmed, she went to a donut wall at the baby shower. So it was like,
oh yes,
she went and hid in a room. She's the best.
Totally worth it. The donut wall was delicious.
And we couldn't have done this show without our amazing behind-the-scenes girls, Miranda and Rajni, and a few girls, Serena, Sydney, Cami, and Allery, who couldn't be here tonight.
For sure. And another really important part of our show was engage you guys, you girls, in this amazing show. So thank you so much for watching. Especially shout out to those of you who watched every single week and joined our hangouts afterward to talk about the show, where I actually went and met some girls across the nation, which is super duper cool and something that only would happen in the age of Zoom. So shout out to 2020. I never thought I'd be saying that, but you never know what could happen in this interesting year.
And of course, Girl Scouts is all about the girls. So we really wanted to hear from you what you guys are looking forward to in the future of Girl Scouts. So let's roll that clip.
Hi, my name is Anna Frantisi, and I'm from Girl Scouts of Suffolk County in New York. What I'm most excited about this year for Girl Scouts is getting to work on my Bronze Award. For my Bronze Award, I am hoping to help promote recycling and raise money for endangered wildlife and plants.
Hello, I'm Katie from Kentucky's Wilderness Road. I'm excited for our council's High Adventure Days, where we will get to have a picnic at camp, and ziplining, and pursuing, and climbing on climbing wall, and canoeing, and archery, and hiking.
Hello, my name is Arohi Goipuri, and something that I'm looking forward to this year is how we overcome the challenges that we are facing due to COVID.
Hi, my name is Annie, and I am from Minnesota and Wisconsin River Valleys, and I am looking forward in Girl Scouts camping and going outside.
Hi, I'm Hillary from Girl Scouts of the Minnesota and Wisconsin River Valleys. One thing I'm excited for this year is earning the horseback riding badge as a junior.
Hi, I'm Madison from the Arizona Cactus Pine Council. I am so excited for this year because I'll be co-leading a group of daisies, and I'm so excited to see them find a love for something or develop a new skill set. Because when young girls find something they're passionate about, it sticks with them for the rest of their lives, and knowing I had that impact makes me so incredibly grateful to be a Girl Scout.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth from Girl Scouts of Wisconsin Southeast. This year, I'm most excited to get back outdoors with my troop, go camping, and most importantly, get back in business.
Hola, mi nombre es Carla del Concilio Caribe Council. Mi visión para el futuro de Girl Scouts es que podamos fomentar más líderes y que pues, entre todas podamos hacer el mundo un lugar mejor, como dice nuestra promesa, y que entre todas podamos resolver varios conflictos que nos afectan y que podamos ayudar a nuestra comunidad un total.
Hey, I'm Lizzie from Girl Scouts of Northeast Kansas and Northwest Missouri. My vision for the future of Girl Scouting is more girls every year, more opportunities for older girls, and more voices, more diversity, and more change.
Hi, I'm Arezi from Girl Scouts of Colorado, and I think that the future of Girl Scouts is going to be net zero carbon and an example to other nonprofits for how to be environmentally sustainable.
Hola, mi nombre es Amanda, soy de Caribe Girl Scout Council y mi visión para el futuro de las Girl Scouts es que el movimiento pueda seguir brindando oportunidades a niñas por todo el mundo.
Hi, my name is Nadia and I'm from the Girl Scouts of Greater Atlanta Council. I see a very bright future for Girl Scouts. As we journey through this Girl Scout experience, we are taught to build our courage, confidence, and character. So I definitely see a future full of and led by strong, influential, and creative Girl Scout leaders.
I'm Maya and I'm from the Arizona Cactus Pine Council. I envision Girl Scouts making big changes in the world, creating a better place for girls to grow up in.
Hi, I'm Molly. I'm a Girl Scout ambassador from Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson, and my vision for the future of Girl Scouts is that the organization will continue to empower girls, provide them with amazing opportunities that they couldn't find elsewhere, and help them to create long-lasting sisterhoods.
I love all these answers. For me, what I really want to see is just more input from girls. By doing the G Team, we created, like Mary Laura said, it was groundbreaking. I think it really opened Girl Scouts' eyes to the ways that girls could participate in Girl Scouts and add more input and be more involved.
Everything that girls have done this year is so incredibly amazing, and I can't wait to see what we're able to accomplish next year, which hopefully won't have these restrictions. I am so proud of all of our girls for being able to accomplish so much in such a detrimental time and still push through with a smile on their face. And I can't wait to see, particularly like the gold and silver awards. Those were amazing. If you can do that now, I want to see what you can do next year. But I am really excited to see everything that we're able to accomplish as just one big community across the US.
So, what are you all excited about for the next year of Girl Scouts?
I'm really excited to see how girls are going to put all their new skills to the test, because with 2020, there's been so many sessions online where girls get to hear from speakers who they never would have heard from otherwise. They've had time to do badges, and they've rolled out all those brand new STEM badges. So I'm just excited to see how next year, when life is back to normal, all the amazing things that Girl Scouts are going to be doing in their communities.
I totally agree, Erin, and I can't wait for next year too to see what Girl Scouts has not only evolved into from on a virtual standpoint, but also coming back together with our sister Girl Scouts and reuniting friendly faces and getting back to our Girl Scout community.
And I think something that we've learned not only through G Team TV or being the G Team or just watching G Team TV evolve is that we are so much more than just cookie sellers. We are so much more than what the stereotypical Girl Scout is. We're so much more than just that Daisy selling Girl Scout cookies for her first time. Because often when people think of Girl Scouts, they don't know about the incredible things that each and every one of you watching have accomplished. Whether that be your bronze, silver, gold award, maybe you've earned a phenomenal badge, keep going because it's worth it. We're here for you, we stand by you, and as the G Team, we continue to applaud you.
Once again, Naomi, everything you say is so beautiful, and I really hope that that's what we've shown everybody watching the past 10 episodes of G Team TV. I mean, I'm biased, probably, but I think this was an amazing pilot season, and I'm just so excited to see what the next season of G Team TV looks like.
And I'm just so glad that we all finally got to get together to film an episode together. I think it's just a great opportunity to have you all out there see all of our faces together.
Yeah, and a good point about that is we've actually only met each other once in person, and I think that's something that not a lot of people know. So while it's sad, but I think we've really kept in touch through Zoom and everything. And I'm really happy that we got to end this with everybody, because this is like the last time we're going to be on the show together. So yay. And like I do in every G Team TV episode that I host, if you missed an episode, don't forget you can watch all of our episodes in this season on our YouTube channel.
And there's still time to join a hangout with girls from around the country to talk about this episode or the whole season. Look for a link in our Instagram stories or the YouTube description.
And there's so many things that are going on with Girl Scouts, so you can go to your council's website or to www.girlscout.org and find out amazing experiences, adventures, and opportunities you have.
And I guess there's nothing else to say except
peace out, Girl Scout.
Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
G Team TV. They're so cute. Oh. All right, so
amazing.
Something similar, otherwise it feels like very fake, you know?
Yeah. Are we supposed to like look fake or look real?
Girls, if you could sum up this season of G Team TV in one word, what would it be?
Not everybody at once.
I'm Cammy.
That was everything.
I was gonna bring the whole vibe.
When we edit.
And welcome to G
Team TV.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. Let's go. Okay. I'm Cami.
I'm Issa.
And I'm Amanda. And welcome. No, it didn't. I'm Cami.
I'm Issa.
And I'm Amanda. And welcome to G-Team TV. Wait, I like the, you know.
Wait, should I have these or my seashells?
Ooh. I'm Cami.
I'm Issa.
I'm Amanda. And welcome to G-Team TV.
It's funny that none of us are making noise.
Okay.
Do this, it helps.
No, we're gonna.
Can we use the clip that just happened where Cadence's head was down and her cat popped up and then
No, I think she's just sitting really still.
Oh my gosh, I turned off my ring light.
Cam for you?
Oh, she's frozen.
She must be frozen.
Oh yeah, I think so.
I love how Issa said she must be sitting really still.
Like nothing.
There's Laura, can you hear it?
Guys, we should all sit really still and make her think she's frozen. Like, you know, when she comes back, that everyone's frozen like her. To let her know she's not alone in the internet world.
Oh, you sound Girl Scouts. You're frozen.
On this show, we like to do a section. Okay, what do we do that? Okay. On this show, we do a section called Catching Up with Girl Scouts, where we tell you.
I'm so sorry. Go back to Tim. I spilled it again. I don't know how I did that. I swear.
On this show, we like to do a section called Catching.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Can I have like a solid minute just to clean myself up a little bit?
I've never actually done a lip scrub before, so I'm just like really excited.
Wait,
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, I got it on my teeth.
My lips are so smooth.
Your lips look really red. And the best part is that there's leftovers for a snack.
Don't mind me, it's a little late.
Oh my gosh, your background is so dark, Naomi.
Oh my god!
I can turn on a light if I want to.
Naomi, you look like you're in space.
It's a virtual background. It's called darkness. Have you guys heard of it?
It's fine.
Okay, can we all do like a waving picture? Like it's like waving goodbye to G-Team TV, but like it'll be cute.
No.
Ready, guys? I'm gonna. It's a video, so beware. Ready? I'm going now.